Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to another Legacy video on the BoshNRoll channel. Today I have a donation deck list from James, who sent me this Bant Hullbreacher Days Undoing deck. This is the most dedicated Days Undoing deck that I've seen yet. We've seen the Hullbreacher plus Days Undoing combo. If you're not familiar, basically, Hullbreacher says if your opponent would draw a card, instead you get a treasure. Days Undoing says both players draw 7 cards. Or shuffle their hands into the deck and draw 7. So basically, for 3 mana, you end up your opponent's hellbent, and you get 7 treasures and a fresh hand full of cards. So that's the combo. And this list, it has mana dorks to get it done faster with Birds of Paradise and Noble Hierarch. The true sign of commitment in my mind is misdirection. So since Force of Negation was printed, misdirection has basically seen zero play. It used to be the quote-unquote fifth force of will, but the way misdirection works is it's very good on offense and pretty bad on defense, because obviously you can't misdirect a planeswalker on the stack or an Uro or a Dreadhorde Arcanist, but you can misdirect counter spells that are going towards your important spells. The way that this works, a counter spell can't target itself, but you can misdirect a counter spell that's being pointed at Days Undoing to misdirection itself. Misdirection is on the stack still when you have to choose the redirected target. Then it resolves, changing the target to misdirection. Then misdirection's not on the stack anymore, and the counterspell fizzles. So that is how that works. So having 6 offensive Force of Wills over the more defensive Force of Negation is a big deal. Yes, and that's basically this deck's whole plan. It has some fair Shark Typhoons, it has a couple Planeswalkers, but I don't realistically see us winning a game where we don't Days Undoing. There's also Cataclysm in this deck, and I'm honestly not sure why. Cataclysm is really great if you can break the parity somehow. Like, Cataclysm is each player chooses from among the permanents they control an artifact, creature, enchantment, and land, and sacrifices the rest. So it destroys all Planeswalkers. You don't get to pick one of those. Planeswalkers didn't exist at the time. The only enchantment in the deck is Shark Typhoon, which you're not going to be hard casting. There are no artifacts in the deck. Like, normally you want something like Aether Vial to break the parity, where you still have a bunch of virtual mana, but they don't. But this Cataclysm just seems like it's going to kill both players, and I'm not sold on it. I'm actually going to cut that for 2 Supreme Verdicts right away. Like, I just don't know what that card is doing. That Supreme Verdict isn't. Verdict is blue for all your forces in mixed directions, and it leaves your planeswalkers behind. So that's the one change I'm going to make before we get into this. Otherwise, this looks like a pretty solid legacy deck. Let's go try it. Right, I am on the play in round 1. Obviously, I cannot keep this hand. I'll keep this one. So I'm going to keep this and send Jace to the bottom. Jace is just a very expensive spell. Guess I have to fetch Tropical Island here, as much as I would like to fetch basics where possible. It's not really an option right now. I'm going to shuffle this too. I mostly just want lands. And the way... oh, fuck. Got me. The way that this deck is built, basically you need to always be working towards the combo. Like, need to be looking for Hullbreacher and Days Undoing, because that is the plan to win the game. Mono white. Whelming back wasteland. Well, we're dead. Need a green source immediately. Alright, this is going to get ugly very quickly. They have Life from the Loam active versus Wasteland. If I could get this Birds of Paradise into play, that would probably buy a lot of time. Oh, exploration. Now we're in extra dead. Alright, I'm just not winning this game. I don't want to show them any more information. I don't have to. Alright, that was unexciting. So I want Rest in Peace. And that's probably all I really want. I don't think I'm going to need Supreme Verdict. Yeah, I'm just going to try to go straight for the combo. They're probably going to have Red Blast, if anything, to interact with me, so I am going to leave in my misdirections and forces. And now I know I need to play around Wasteland as well. Hey, 19 lands and 5 mana creatures should be plenty, so I think that was just sad times. Alright, this one, as long as they don't have Chalice of the Void, this hand is solid. So the good news is the deck my opponent is playing does not seem like it would line up particularly well to a fast combo. Like they probably have some removal spell for Hullbreacher or like a Red Blast for the Day's Undoing, but probably not anything else. Forest. Alright, I'll Brainstorm. Didn't find a fetch land, but I think it's okay. Did find Force though, did not find Day's Undoing. I think just getting this Oko into play, this is going to be just fine. I don't think this is the angle we're going to fight this game on. And Field of the Dead can get a little scary, but... So I can ponder. So I can cast Hullbreacher, or I can cast Oko, or I can just ponder. I know my top card is a land, so I think what I'm going to do is end step the Hullbreacher, and then ponder, try to find Day's Undoing. And this plan obviously gets foiled by Wasteland, but Wasteland also sets them back a turn on Field of the Dead. Exploration. And they're holding up for Veil. I am going to try to force this. Or they didn't have Veil. Cool. Alright, so now I'm just going to ponder for the Day's Undoing. There it is. Love when a plan comes together. Oh, I should have attacked first. Day's Undoing ends the turn, so I forgot to get my 3 in. I was just excited to get my combo, but there's that. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Yeah, okay. End step, I have 7 mana. I can bounce this, or I can just go to my turn and bounce it then. It's a lot of Hullbreachers. Alright, Jace and Narset are both pretty exciting. I don't need this many Hullbreachers, so put back a Hullbreacher and probably this fetch land. then I can Jace to bounce this creature. I guess I could Fate Seal with Jace, or I could just Brainstorm with Jace, because I have Brazen Borrower, which is the same as bouncing the Dryad, and probably better in most ways. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's put that on the bottom. Those are like the best 2 cards in a row they could possibly have. Let's see, so I'm gonna Petty Theft this. And then, do I want to Narset it right now? I can probably do that next turn just fine. Hope that 3-point attack doesn't end up punishing me, but this was definitely a small misstep. Wow, in the throes of chaos. So this card doesn't do anything on its own, it just has retrace. Okay, that's cool. Powerful technology over there. Gonna get my borrower in. I would like to continue pushing for damage while I have them hellbent. Right now is a good time for Narset. Force of Will is not really what I was looking for, but wow, this actually turned out super shitty. Still have more brainstorms though, it's fine. There's always more brainstorms. It's getting worse. There it is. Okay, they're on a 3-turn clock. What a pretty crushing advantage here. Lands they can draw. Alright, yeah, they're gonna concede. Alright, cool. So just laser beam the combo. Their deck seems really cool. So I left in all my plows so I can still hit the Dryad and stuff. So I think this plan is fine. I know a little more about their deck now, but I think I still know what I need to know. With the Throes of Chaos, the Rest in Peace gets even better. And the Dryad also, the plows definitely, like that was a card I considered shaving on after game 1, but they seem like a creature-y sort of deck with the Reclaimers and the Dryads. Should assume Primeval Titans in this deck too. Don't think I want Path to Exile though, like ramping them is just too good. Just fast Hullbreacher, that's all we're looking for. I mean, I'll keep it. It's a lot of cantrips. I will not force exploration. I will think about a Reclaimer. Alright, I want to play around Wasteland here, so I'm going to get the basic island and cast Ponder. Destruction, Force of Will, Rest in Peace. I don't want any of this, actually. Alright, halfway combo. Like, the Rest in Peace is good, but if I combo fast enough, I won't need the Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is kind of the second wave of defense. Alright, so there's Merit Lage. Good thing I have this Caracas just right here in my hand. Alright, so got the whole combo lined up here. Alright, so they can't Merit Lage here. What the fuck? Oh, they're putting Ice Counter. I thought they were just going for it into the Caracas. It's like, oh my god. Fearless. So if they have a Wasteland, that would be kind of rough. I would have to brainstorm looking for sorts of plowshares in that case, or looking for a white source. I already have the plow. I will force a crop rotation because that crop rotation is gonna get Wasteland and win them the game. Whelming back Windswept Heath. Alright, that's not particularly explosive. Okay, so I'm drawing Hullbreacher, and I have a lot of protection, so I should be able to execute the combo. Unless they come up with Wasteland and waste me proactively. But they are loaming. Alright, didn't hit a Wasteland. They did hit Throes of Chaos, though. What an exciting card to have in your loam deck. That's so cool. I'm actually super jealous. Ooh, there's a pretty dangerous... Oh no, I'm going to get a bunch of treasures. I was about to say, if I Daze Undoing, and in response they make Merit Lage, my turn ends immediately. And they could have a 20/20 in play, but I get a bunch of treasures to... But then the plow is out of my hand, so... Actually, not guaranteed anything there. Yikes. Let's hope they don't do it right. Or I draw a land, and I can leave up Caracas. That also works. Should I make the attack? I messed up the attack last game. Alright, yeah, I'll make the attack. I hope there's not a way they can punish me for this. I mean, like, executing... If there... I thought for some reason they could, like, kill me, or... Or, like, if I thought going to combat would remove my Hullbreacher in some way, then I could just skip the 3 damage. Like, obviously getting the combo off is more important. Alright. Alright, and it's their turn now. Got Brazen Borrower and Shark Typhoon to mess with. Dark Depths on top of the Caracas now. Days Undoing even functions as graveyard hate. Alright, feeling pretty good. You should feel good after executing that combo. Got a bunch of extra lands here that I shouldn't need for very long. And Noble Hierarch. Birds of Paradise. Do I want to take another spin? Or do I just enjoy this? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out for now. Just have a million answers to Merit Lage, so yeah, that's fine. I'm pushing for damage. Alright, so I think in the end step, I'm gonna do something with all this mana. So I can make a shark of some size, or I can bounce Exploration. I'm going to bounce Exploration. And cast Brazen Borrower. I did miss 1 damage last turn. I could have played my Noble Hierarch before combat. I am going to Daze Undoing this turn. As I just bounce that Exploration, I can get rid of it forever. They're starting to build up cards in their hand. I don't know what they got. Like, what do they could be in their hand that wouldn't be in play? So there's a good chance they do actually have Red Blast right now. I'm going to show that a little bit of respect. Alright, I have a backup Daze Undoing. Alright, might not need to respect this, but I will. Basically a draw 3 plus gain 7 mana plus Mind Rot. Yeah, that's pretty powerful stuff. On to the next round. And I'm on the play. Kept this hand. Noble Hierarch. I don't need 2 of them, but 1 looks pretty good. So next turn I should be able to Brainstorm plus Noble Hierarch. So we'll see what they're up to. Some sort of Once Upon a Time deck. What do we got? Elves, lands, Noble Hierarch. It's Infect, Eldrazi. Nobody knows. So I could just zap their Noble Hierarch, but I think I'd rather maintain my mana velocity here with the Brainstorm into Noble Hierarch of my own. I'm going to get the basic forest just in case. So I have Misdirection, which actually works against Swords to Plowshares, if that's something they have. If they are Infect, it looks like they're just Maverick. All right. Sylvan Library. Wish this was Force of Will. But I do have Oko, which is basically the best card ever printed against Maverick. Ever printed might be generous, but certainly is fucked up and strong. Wait, I don't have to miss my land drop here. There we go. I almost messed that one up. So put back Noble Hierarch, and I think the Tropical Island can go back, or Misdirection. Like if they have like Abrupt Decay, like Verdant Catacombs, like that's a pretty common card in Maverick decks. So is Wasteland, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna put back the Tropical Island. I don't think I have any more basics I can fetch with this. There's 1 island, 1 plains, 1 forest. Yeah. So do I want the Tundra? I guess that does make the color I don't have yet, assuming my Noble Hierarch gets removed at some point during this game. Alright, well, we basically both did the scariest thing we're capable of on turn 2. Oh, it's my turn 3, but Oko and Sylvan Library are both horrific. I hope they just jam the Abrupt Decay on my Oko and I misdirect it onto their Sylvan Library. Like it's 2009. Your mother. I will cast Swords to Plowshares on that Mother of Ruins at my first opportunity. Ooh, Cradle. That's explosive. Yeah, this is the Oko versus Maverick thing, where Do you have Knight of the Reliquary? That's a cool card. I have Oko. Sorta, like, what are you even gonna do? If you want to learn more about Maverick, I did an episode of Deep Analysis on the channel last week, or actually earlier this week. I recorded it last week, but my release schedule doesn't always line up with linear time. So check that out. It's live. Elk. Attack for 4. Hold up the misdirection. I could also brainstorm here. And I don't need 2 misdirections. I actually am going to brainstorm here. Just hope I hit a land. All right, hit the land. So I don't need 2 misdirections, and I can float the Swords to Plowshares on top. Can't cast it anyway. All I can cast is misdirection. And now that I'm bashing with a 4/4 every turn, they have to be really careful with their Sylvan Library. Yeah, Wasteland takes me off spells for the turn, but that's okay. Wasteland also takes them off Abrupt Decay for the turn, which is the spell I really care about. Oko is so stupid. Just like, attack it for 3. I'm still at 4. Going to be even larger next turn. It's Knight of the Reliquary, usually a pretty good card. But instead, it's an Elk. Okay. Yeah. Would have liked to misdirect that, but what are you going to do? Guess I'll just have to keep making Elks. Alright, so I think I just want a Swords to Plowshares, the Knight of the Reliquary. You gain 4, I guess I'm only attacking for 3 now. Foiled. Another Wasteland. Alright, you're just slowly pinching me off here. Haven't seen black mana yet. They might not even have Abrupt Decay, or maybe not in the main deck. Though, I think all of these lands, or except the Verdant Catacombs. Oh my god. That's troublesome. Okay, well, I have suddenly lost. Yeah, that can remove Oko, and I can't Petty Theft the sword because of Thalia. Wow, okay. That was a quick pivot. Or I guess I don't lose Oko, because if they want this trigger, they have to attack my face. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, still alive. Holy crap, that sucked. Alright, so I probably just have to elk the sword. Alright, elking sword versus making a second elk of my own, which can double block Thalia. I could double block Thalia and also have misdirection for Swords to Plowshares. Oh, she's a 5/4 when she attacks, so I actually don't even have a double block. So Elk Sword versus, or I could also, I can Brazen Borrow the sword. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they wasteland me, what happens? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. They have enough to come back around again. Alright, yeah, I'll just do the safe, smart thing and elk the sword. No attacks, of course. Sylvan Library is the only reason they're still in this game. Also me drawing 2 misdirections. Hopefully I'll get to cast one of them one day. Yeah, they've paid Oh wow, they've drawn 3 extra cards now. They went straight to 5. Alright, so I could Brazen Borrower now, or make a 1/1 Shark. This Thalia has been really, really good. Okay, I'll just leave up misdirections. Yeah, misdirection is spell, not ability, so I could not redirect Wasteland. I really hope they fetch a Bayou and Abrupt Decay. I just really want that to occur. Alright, looks like they are just green-white. Another elk. So that's attacking Oko. Okay. Oko's at 1. I think I have to cycle this Shark Typhoon just to draw a card. I found the basic planes. Ooh, Supreme Verdict is a big deal. If I can survive this long to get around a Supreme Verdict, that's pretty great. Alright, so if Knight is active, I'm on mono basics, so I think I'm actually just going to produce another blocker here. I can block 2 of these creatures and Brazen Borrow the other. And if they attack with 2 creatures, they don't get exalted. Hex Drinker, sure. Oh shit, Scrib Ranger. That card's actually a huge beating. You know you've been playing Legacy for a long time when Scrib Ranger is the card you're scared of. Maybe they'll pay for life by accident. I actually had someone do that in the Vintage BTQ recently. They were at 3 life with Bolus's Citadel and cast Wheel of Fortune off the top of their deck and just died. Alright, there's Hex Drinker. Oh, they're just going straight to Progenitus mode. Alright, so I think my best option here is full YOLO mode, which is end step, bounce Thalia with Brazen Borrower, and just hope that a white source is on top of my deck. Because I'm multiple draw steps away from, I guess, how many white sources do I play is the more important question. 2, 3, 4, and the fetch lands make 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 white sources in the deck, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's 8 draws in the deck to win the game. It's not even win the game, it's just survive another turn. Oh, I don't agree with those attacks at all. Wow. Scrib Ranger with Exalted just kills Oko. Now they've given me a chance at... I'm definitely going to take this line now, just playing to the white source. Alright, basic planes coming out. Drawing to a very small number of outs, but it's non-zero. So let's do it. Come on, white source. Shit. Alright, I've lost. Is there any way through this? Nope. Alright. They got me. Alright, but they did not see Hullbreacher or Days Undoing, so still got that going. Rest in Peace is actually kind of good against them. It keeps Knight manageable. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. I want Path and Supreme Verdict. Grafdigger's Cage. They are a Green Sun Zenith deck, ultimately. The misdirections were very bad. They had opportunities to be good. Honestly, it was Thalia. Thalia just shut that whole game down. In combination with the Wastelands to keep me from ever resolving a spell or casting a spell. So Verdict, Path, Cage are all passable. Didn't see Abrupt Decay or Black Mana to cast them, so I'm not going to bring in the Veil of Summer. Do I even want Cage, I guess, is the question. Nah, forget about Cage. Cage bricking Green Sun Zeniths is nice, but I shouldn't need to do that. Ugh, that's a mulligan. Oh no, it's not getting better. I'm gonna keep this though, and put Shark Typhoon on the bottom. Yeah, so I have this land I can play. I can pass a turn. Unfortunately, this does not get basic island. This is Zenith. Alright. Zenith for Dryad Arbor is gonna be okay. I'm just gonna draw for turn. Okay, I found land, so I'm gonna hold my horses on Brainstorm. I'm just gonna plow this thing. They can waste me back here, but I don't think that's gonna hurt too hard. Thalia does hurt. Should I force her or just let her resolve? Oh, I have Caracas in play. I don't give a shit about Thalia. Get you out of here. Then, so I want to get Tropical Island, Brainstorm. Oh no, this is a nightmare. That was really, 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 really bad, obviously. So I have to keep one of these blue cards in hand to cast Force of Will with. I think I want to pitch the Narset most. Well, if they Wasteland my Trop, we're just dead. Alright, that's not Wasteland. Choke. Okay, I can force that. It's actually Shark Typhoon. I said Narset, but Shark Typhoon is a pretty easy pitch here. Now I have the choice of casting Noble Hierarch and trying to be super safe, or I can Brainstorm to try to hit my land drop. This is actually pretty tough. There's one card under. Yeah, I'm just going to Noble Hierarch to take the sure thing against Maverick, which is known to punish. Mother. Stoneforge Mystic. Alright, I don't think these are the fights I get to fight. I mean, Supreme Verdict is on top of my deck. I'm going to have to come up with a plan to deal with those. Could just cast Narset here. Narset does not hit land drops though, which is kind of the point. So I'm going to Brainstorm, try to hit a land drop, and then I can still also play Narset. Oh, these Supreme Verdicts, pretty good. I think I'll stack Swords to Plowshares and Supreme Verdict. Though I've seen the Thalia. If I show them Supreme Verdict off of Narset, they're going to cast Thalia. If I don't show it to them, they'll probably just connect with Sword this turn. But Sword kills Noble Hierarch, so that's not actually a good thing. All right, I'm gonna put the verdicts on top. I'm gonna put verdict. Yeah, I'll just put the verdicts on top. But if I have to force something this turn, I'd rather pitch one of the verdicts than the Narset. This is actually really tough to figure out. All right, I'm gonna put verdict and Narset on top, leaving one verdict in hand. And I'm gonna plow Stoneforge Mystic or Mother of Runes. I'm gonna plow Stoneforge Mystic. Because the Mother will get swept up in this Supreme Verdict anyway, so I should have attacked for one, but maybe they'll think I'm representing a spell if I don't attack. Squib Ranger, okay. Supreme Verdict is one of the small number of ways in my deck to effectively pressure Squib Ranger or remove Squib Ranger. So I'm going to bounce Thalia and cast Narset. Narset's going to die in combat, but that's okay. She's doing her job. I think I want this Swords to Plowshares. They can know that I have that. That's okay. I am really worried about Wasteland, though, just at all times. Oh, just one. I'm going to get another activation out of her. That's nice. Like, I don't care if she dies. My opponent's deck doesn't really draw cards outside of Sylvan Library. Gideon. That is a Force of Will target. So, see you later, Supreme Verdict. Some other time. Alright, Days Undoing. But I don't have the Breacher. Yeah, I'll just get Shark Typhoon, make a big shark. Yeah, so Scrib Ranger has protection from blue, so the shark can't block it anyway, but finding Misty Rainforest just in time. Look at this fucking wasteland they have. Oh, a second Gideon. What a maniac. Alright, good thing I can attack for 4 in the air. I guess I can't because of Mother of Runes. So I'm still gonna make my big shark. This Scrib Ranger is just absolutely decimating me. So they know about Swords to Plowshares. Is there any way through this? Like if I plow the Ranger, they just give it pro white. Yeah, I guess I'm just holding. Wow, that sucks. This Gideon's gonna get real bad. And they are 1 mana away from casting and equipping. Okay, or not. I was about to say they're 1 mana away from casting and equipping Sword of Feast and Famine, which I can't possibly beat, but instead they decided to fire off my Wasteland when I have 6 other mana available. Can't block. And now Supreme Verdict's not even good because they have Gideon. I need a Brainstorm pretty desperately. Like I gotta find my combo, but I'm pretty far behind. Like I said in the deck tech, this deck is pretty laser focused on the combo. It doesn't really have a whole plan outside of that. It's got a couple planeswalkers laying around and the sword or the shark typhoons and stuff, but it's not really a plan. All right, there's Hullbreacher. Hullbreacher not particularly helpful here, but it is the first half of the combo. This sword is gonna start chunking me up though. Knight of the Reliquary. It's weird they just played that card. If they equipped their Sword of Feast and Famine and attacked, they would have been able to do that and play Knight second main. Alright, they've given me a chance to draw Days Undoing. Though I'm not sure it even matters at this point. Yeah, I think I'm just beat here. Pro Blue, unbeatable. There was that turn early on where I had the chance to Swords to Plowshares Mother of Runes, and I didn't do it. I went after the Stoneforge instead because I was lining up a Supreme Verdict, but then they managed to dance around the Supreme Verdicts in a way that now I'm losing to because I can't Swords to Plowshares because of Mother and Runes. So I had a chance to make a different decision. Alright, yeah, I'm dead here. Not getting through this. Voltron. Okay, next round. I'm on the draw in round 3 with this sort of weird hand. I'm going to keep it. It's got some cantrips, but let's hope that Force of Will and Misdirection are good against this deck. If they're Delver, this hand sucks. Alright, some sort of snow. Could be Doomsday, could be just regular old snow. We'll find out soon. I'm going to save my fetch land. I'm not going to play around Wasteland against the Arkham's Astrolabe deck. Hullbreacher's pretty good against this kind of deck, usually. So I am going to have a turn 3 Hullbreacher with a lot of protection. Let's see if it's good enough. Counterbalance, huh? I have no respect for this card. Could have forced it, don't care. So there's a land under the Narset. I'm actually good on lands, so I'm just going to pass here. Looks like we're playing against some sort of Miracles deck. This could be the aggro Jeskai Mentor Dreadhorde Arcanist pile. Alright, don't want this land. I probably want another drop because I'm about to play Tundra anyway. Hope I don't get back to basics. I've chosen not to play around that card. So I could main phase Narset and try to play around a Brainstorm, like if they end step Brainstorm here. I'll just go for the Hullbreacher. Maybe I should have set up like Hierarch, spent a turn hierarching. Alright, Hullbreacher, let's go. The worst thing is if they brainstorm in response to the, okay, they did not have the brainstorm in response. They have Preordain on top of their deck right now. That's good to know. Swords to Plowshares. Let's fight over this. Happy to fight over Hullbreacher. That's a very good card. Know there's a 1 on top of their deck, so I'm gonna push where I can push. They'll probably have to shuffle it away to try to get another look with the counterbalance. I mean, they're gonna want to shuffle that card anyway. Ooh, force pitching counterbalance. I'll go all in on this. So they can shuffle here, and then they'll get looks on counterbalance at a 5 or a 3 to win this stack. Or they're just going to let it all happen and draw Preordain against my double answer. Curious. Jace the Mind Sculptor, don't mind if I do. So how do I lose if I attack here? And if they have a Hullbreacher of their own, they would trade, or I would lose Narset. Either way, and I'm going to attack here. Can't play Noble Hierarch because they left that Preordain on top of the deck. And they drew it. They must have some plan here. Why would they draw Preordain if they don't have to? Okay, weird. All right, so yeah, that was very strange. But Veil of Summer is probably good. Carpet of Flowers is good. I don't think I need any of this other stuff. Yeah, nice counterbalance, by the way. That's why I let it resolve. I really don't have any respect for that card in the modern era of Legacy. So I probably don't need these plows. I just want a couple more ways to interact. I could bring in Meddling Mage over these other plows, or Meddling Mage is just like another thing I can do. I like leaving in some removal. Like if they have Mentor, I want to be able to clean it up. If they are the aggro deck with Dreadhorde Arcanist, I'll feel pretty bad for cutting all this removal, but they did not seem to show me that that's what they're doing. I guess I only saw really Preordain, Force of Will, and Counterbalance. I guess we'll see. Just gonna laser beam on the combo anyway. They saw misdirection on me though, so they know that I'm here to party. All right, this hand's solid. Got a turn 2 Hullbreacher. We'll Veil Summer back up. All right, that looks like a Swords to Plowshares all day. But if they plow my Noble Hierarch, then they're not going to plow my Hullbreacher. All right, didn't plow it. All right, show me that counterbalance. Oh no. Womp womp womp. Okay, so they probably are this Dreadhorde Arcanist deck. Daze and Counterbalance, though I've seen enough to believe it. Alright, so the Hullbreacher set them back a land, got a Daze out of their hand. So, not bad. Then the Shark Typhoons are going to get in here. Yeah, not attacking with Noble Hierarch will tell them that I have a spell, but that's fine. The time for Monastery Mentor. Alright, they didn't have Mentor. Hard part's over. And Dreadhorde Arcanist also a pretty good card. They did not shuffle or play a spell. But I'll fetch Tundra here to get my mana set up. Shark. Just honest to goodness Shark Typhoon. Like, I'm not looping it, I'm not abusing it, I don't have any ramp really outside of the mana creatures. So it is funny how good this is going to be against Counterbalance. Even has Exalted. Alright, so it is absolutely on them to figure this game out at this point. And I can make a second shark, or I can hardcast Force of Will. I will definitely hardcast Force of Will if they play Mentor. So they could Supreme Verdict here, but then I would make a 3/3 shark, float mana and make a 3/3 shark. Yeah, there's Mentor. They're holding up Pyroblast also, which is, I guess, mostly fine. If they're holding up Pyroblast, that's going to be their turn. Let's see. Brainstorm in response. All right, so they might have Force of Will in their hand, and they're going to manipulate the counterbalance here. But at least if they put a 5 on top, that makes all my other cards, unlocks all my other cards. This Brainstorm happening before the Mentor's in play is also worth a lot. And again, if they float a 5 to the top, Swords to Plowshares is going to resolve. All right, cool. So that's done, and my plow is going to be good. Zap. Easy money. And they're drawing Force of Will, which does not line up well with this second Shark Typhoon in my hand. I can make another 3/3. I'm not just going to fire in Days Undoing without the help of Hullbreacher, though. That's not what this card is for. Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, Shark Typhoon is made for hunting Teferis. I have the backup. I could have cast Veil of Summer just to cantrip there, but I think I'm going to get better use out of it if I just be patient. Right, so there's an interesting choice here. If I attack with the Shark Typhoon, or the Shark Token, they can Red Blast or Swords to Plowshares it. If I attack with Noble Hierarch, they can only Swords to Plowshares, and Red Blast isn't an option. They have Force of Will in their hand. I'm going to test with a Ponder here. All right, Brainstorm in response. This would be a good time. Oh, I can't Veil of Summer. They have Teferi. Duh. All right, so they're going to float a 1 on top. But that means that Teferi is about to die, so deal. Oh, okay. Just letting me have that. So I want the Brainstorm. Now that they're tapped out, I'm going to attack with the Shark because Noble Hierarch is still good for mana. All right, get that out. Shuffle away these cards I don't want, and I'm going to Brainstorm now. I don't think I really need more colored sources one way or the other, but I hope they don't have back to basics. I don't think they do. All right, the Ponder resolved, so in with the Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can resolve Hullbreacher right now. So I'm going to put Shark Typhoon and Days Undoing on top in that order. can make my spells uncounterable. If they want to force this, they can. But if they force this, then, yep. Force pitch and counterbalance. Do I think they floated a 3 on top? I'm just going to pass the turn. If they floated a 3 and they're fighting over all of this, then I'm just not going to give it to them. I don't have to. Dreadhorde Arcanist, sure. Alright, I'll test with the Hullbreacher. Though, if I wait, I'll have Force of Will back up. Yeah, let's go for it. Did they float 2 3s on top? They did put their top card here with the Brainstorm last turn. Oh, they're just straight up forcing it. Okay, deal. Maybe I should have waited. We'll see. Alright, so now I'm attacking for 4 a turn, they're attacking for 1 a turn and drawing an extra card. So it's top deck war. I considered Days Undoing last turn when they had 5 cards in hand, because like turning my 2-card hand into 7 and turning their 5-card hand into 7 is way better for me. But now that they're down to basically top deck mode, I'm not really interested in that. Alright, second Mentor on top. Alright, I'm winning the race against that. Though they do get to cantrip out of the bin here. Finding a Plow or a Red Blast to kill my Shark swings the race horrifically. Yeah, this is going to be pretty close. I think my next top card is Shark Typhoon, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So now they need to find 2 removal spells. Let's see if they found one right now. Okay, they took the 3 there. Now I'm feeling pretty good about this. Bottom, bottom. Yeah, and each shark has more than 3 power, so Savine's Reclamation. Yeah, I don't even care about that. And if they found Plow or Red Blast again, it's going to be pretty good. Why wouldn't they attack? Oh, they want to protect Teferi with their blocking. Interesting. Five shark do. Please don't have Plow. Do. All right, let's see. Did they find it? Attack my opponent's life points directly. Bummer. All right. All right, let's see if they left a 1 on top. I guess I should test with Noble Hierarch because I care less about that card resolving. All right, Pyroblast or Counterbalance finally doing something. All right, now I'm in trouble. So Teferi was their top deck, and then Teferi found Red Blast. So, and a second one on top. So that strung together perfectly to wreck my life. All right, now I'm probably going to lose this game. That was the turn where they had to put everything together, and they did. And now the Brainstorm, they can float another thing. Supreme Verdict, did I pitch that to Force? No, I didn't. All right, there is 1 Supreme Verdict in my deck that could buy some time here. Hello. I'm going to attack them. Let's see if they want to risk their mentor to block. All right, see you later. Splat. I mean, they still have Teferi and counterbalance, but at least I'm not dead on board. Yeah, Teferi unlocks Ponder as another way to manipulate the top of your deck with counterbalance, so they have the hooks in pretty good here. I've used all my Shark Typhoons. Don't play Hall of Heliod in this deck. Oh baby. I need a Hullbreacher, and it needs to resolve right now. Alright, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, that was really close, but they snuck through right at the very end. And now that I know what they're actually doing, I'm gonna change my sideboard plan pretty significantly. Definitely want removal. Can't have Dreadhorde Arcanist messing around. They showed me Savine's Reclamation as well as the Arcanist, so I think Rest in Peace is actually pretty good here. Carpet is still good. I can shave on Misdirections and Jace. Jace is just a 4-mana card that gets answered by Pyroblast, so he's not what he used to be. And Brazen Borrower is an answer to Counterbalance, kinda. But, alright. Moving in on this plan. Just got a combo. Yeah, I don't think anything else changes. Just got to get my spells to resolve. I can keep this. I don't need more mana, that's for sure. Alright, Mono Brainstorm. Please don't cast Cabal Therapy. Brainstorm Tribal. So if I draw a fetch land, I'll play it before I brainstorm. If I don't draw a fetch land, I'm going to brainstorm first. If they want to daze my brainstorm, that's fine. Just the 1-mana Stone Rain, I'll take it. They top-bottomed their Preordain. Alright, so brainstorm first, find a fetch land. Didn't find a fetch land, okay. So if I put, what do I put back here? I think I just put back, I found Days Undoing. So I think I want to put back Veil of Summer and Tropical Island. Then I'll cast Ponder and probably shuffle unless I find Hullbreacher. Though this hand does sculpt really well for a very long time. It doesn't answer Dreadhorde Arcanist though. If they just have turn 2 Dreadhorde, this is going to look really bad. So I am actually going to take the shuffle. They have Counterbalance. I would prefer Counterbalance to Dreadhorde Arcanist. Alright, yeah, they don't have red mana, so there's the Counterbalance. Alright, no fear. Yep. So maybe I should brainstorm again while I know it's going to resolve. Just try to find that Hullbreacher. This is not a particularly efficient brainstorm, but yeah, that was ended up being really good though. So I don't need 2 Days Undoings. Yeah, just cast 3 1-drops while I know the coast is clear. And around we go. I'm going to use the Shark Typhoons to pressure the counterbalance and just hold the Hullbreacher for a while. Like, I'm not going to play their game here. Days Undoing in hand. I want them to respect everything I'm capable of. I'm certainly not going to cast spells the turn after they ponder, because that's the turn they're going to have control over their counterbalance. Alright, is it Teferi or is it Mentor? Neither, it seems. I guess it could still be one or the other, but Mentor is a lot less scary now that they've paid their 4th mana. They're not going to get a token right away. Alright, the only reason I would fetch here is to make a big shark. So, oh shit. I just realized how many basics they've put into play, and I probably should have fetched a basic to play around back to basics right there, and I did not do that. Alright, so now I'm applying real pressure. I don't need to rest in peace yet. I'm just going to hold up this mana some more. Like, they don't have anything in their graveyard they could target with Savine's Reclamation. Or they have lands, but I don't care if they do that. 3 mana Rampant Growth isn't really what you want out of that card. Another 3/3 Shark. Oh, and another one coming. Land would be great. Oh, Oka's pretty good too, though. Alright, keep going, Sharko. Let's chew him up. The counterbalance does line up pretty poorly against Shark Typhoon. Alright, so there's Arcanist. I can zap it with a plow in the end step, and then that gets a look at the counterbalance. And okay, so they do have Red Blast. I'm gonna go for a Hullbreacher right now, while I know that their top card isn't a 3. Force of Will, okay, so misdirection targeting Force of Will. I'm gonna pitch. I think I'm gonna pitch Oko actually. Force of Will now targets misdirection, which is gone. Force fizzles, Hullbreacher's in. And if this Breacher resolves, then I think that Days Undoing will resolve too. Like, I think that's a pretty safe bet. Alright, so I'm gonna attack with my creatures. I didn't draw a land, so I'm not gonna try to get the Rest in Peace in, because I want to play around Days. If they counter this, I'll follow up with the Rest in Peace, but I really don't think this is going to get countered. Oh, was I wrong? Oh, they did have Force Negation. Okay. Sure. Now I'm going to jam the Rest in Peace. See if their last card is Daze. Oh, they fetched away the Pyroblast for a fresh look at counterbalance. There are not very many 2s in this deck, though. Alright, so Pyroblast is gone. And they scooped it up to the Shark. Da-da-da-da-da-da. On the play for round 4, I've kept this hand. It has Ponder, Force of Will, half the combo. Actually, it has both halves of the combo with Narset. Forgot about her. She counts. So I just need a third land and I can get to work. I have to shuffle this, unfortunately. It has the Hullbreacher, but not the land. Even get to play around Wasteland. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so they're Depths or Dredge. Looks like Dredge to me. The first rule against Dredge is that you Force of Will literally whatever they put on the stack. Anything at all. Now I have to decide if Brainstorm or Ponder is better in the sand, and I think Ponder is better in the sand, because I already have most things that I want. I just need to find something specific, which is the third land. Jeez. Tough crowd. Alright, found the third land. Let's hope that Force of Will bought me enough time. So if I get Narset into play before they do anything super busto, yeah, they could probably easily win the game next turn. But so I'm gonna fetch. Also, Days Undoing is pretty dangerous because they get to dredge their draws. But no, I guess Days Undoing, it will shuffle away their graveyard, so that's not even true. Swords to Plowshares, a little late on that one, though I am going to take it. Would have been nice to answer this imp and know what I'm dealing with right now, but gotta survive this turn. Bummer. Icarid can totally kill. Narset. There's a Dredger. Do they have a second black creature for Icarid is the question. Because right now their only black creature is their only Dredger. Okay, cool. So they can't both dredge and get Icarid into play. Oh, okay. They just did it in a way that plays around sideboard cards in the main deck. Okay, so they can kill Narset, and then I might just have to Days Undoing to shuffle their graveyard away. But it sucks because the damage is already done, basically. And Force of Negation, close. Played around it. Yeah, this Swords to Plowshares came a little too late. If it came off the top instead of off the Ponder, I would have been able to plow Icarid and probably turn the corner. Yeah, they're going to get 2 more zombies off this Icarid dying. Yeah, this is rough. Not gonna pretend it's not. So I think I have to Days Undoing just to shuffle their just as graveyard hate. I'm gonna plow Putrid Imp, Cast Day's Undoing. I have to basically hope they brick and find the Supreme Verdict myself. And I didn't find the Supreme Verdict. What do you think the chances are that their 8 cards in hand don't do anything? Alright, I'm not winning this game. Alright, sideboard, come to me. So I want the path. I want the rest in pieces. I don't think I want Trinisphere. Like, if I have 3 mana, I can do more exciting things with it. It does lock them out of playing any spells. Like, all they can do is bring back Icarid at that point. But I'm not sure that is where I want to be. Meddling Mage has text. Veil of Summer has text. So let me see where this is going to go. I don't think I want Misdirection. Shark Typhoon's kind of embarrassing. Jace is embarrassing. Brazen Borrower doesn't do anything. I need to cut 2 more cards. So I'll cut one of the Supreme Verdicts. Like, if you pick off enough of their creatures that come into play with plows, then that controls the zombies in a meaningful way. So, I don't know, this is kind of close if you want Verdict to mop up zombies. Like, I definitely want at least one. I don't know how many I actually want. I'm not sure if Oko actually does anything, but I think Oko is better than Shark Typhoon. Oh, actually, Shark Typhoon, you can just cycle it, and it makes a 0/0 shark that dies. Like, this kills Bridge from Belows. So maybe Oko is the worst card left. Yeah, if I'm planning on comboing, then Oko is the worst card left. And Narset digs for Rest in Peace. All right, I think this is what I want to do. Oh shit, there's a Grafdigger's Cage. I've already clicked. Oh nope, there it is. It's in. It's in. Hold on. Ooh, almost missed the the Grafdigger's Cage. I hope that got in time. Magic Online, don't betray me now. All right, I got it in. Yikes. Just building suspense that I didn't need to build here on the BoshNRoll channel. All right, I have Rest in Peace and Brainstorm. So I just need Brainstorm to find the second land, and then got what we want here. And I'm going to Brainstorm in the end step, which is a suboptimal Brainstorm, except when you're looking for something to do on turn 2, which is what I'm doing. Oh, they want to take my mask, huh? All right, I guess I can Brainstorm now. If I just find the land and hide Rest in Peace on top. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put Shark Typhoon and Rest in Peace on top in that order. They're going to take the Force of Will. They're going to pop their pop, and we'll see how much damage it does. Okay, just passing the turn after that is pretty sus. I feel like they have Nature's Claim. Do I mean, I'm going to make the play that I have. I'm going to make them have the Nature's Claim. So I don't necessarily have to do that, but I'm going to. All right. Do you have it? Bummer. Oh, Chain of Vapor. All right, that one is not as bad as Nature's Claim. They can follow up with Cabal Therapy, but they don't know that I'm drawing Shark Typhoon, which can nuke their bridges. Let's see if they can dump their whole deck this turn. That's all they really need to find is a therapy. Grave trolls in the graveyard. Alright, unmask me. You can take my rest in peace. Okay, it's not as bad as it could have been. Alright, brainstorm into land, rest in peace. Let's go. Fuck. God, this sucks. Alright, well, missing land drop there is probably going to do it. They even found a therapy. Like if they name Hullbreacher, they know I have one of them, and they don't know I just drew another, so therapy's going to be even better than they think it is. Still no bridges at the moment. I mean, their draw is not good, but mine is also very bad. Alright, so I just have to keep this Shark Typhoon in my hand. I know my next card isn't a land. I'm going to have to cycle the Shark Typhoon basically no matter what this turn. So let's hope they mill some bridges for me to exile along the way. You don't often hope your opponent mills bridges, but I hope they just mill 4 of them. Alright, they found one. I'm going to let them commit to the Cabal Therapy. Oh, they didn't even do that. Alright. Nuke your bridge. Shark, 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 shark. Alright, that's good. So, they've seen Days Undoing. I can get a Hullbreacher into play at least. I could also just cast Narset right now. I think Hullbreacher is way better though. I could also Meddling Mage naming Cabal Therapy right now. And then the options of like what they can do on any given turn get much lower. I guess the question is, do I have time for a setup turn? Alright. I've decided. I'm committing to the combo. They found another bridge, that sucks. So their therapy should probably name Days Undoing. This has been pretty anemic from them though. Like I feel like in a fair and just world would have lost a long time ago. But Dredge does not live in those worlds. Alright, so they're gonna name Days Undoing with this. At least they should. I hope they don't. Oh, they targeted themselves and named Golgari Grave Troll. They're gonna lose now. Let's undo the day. Okay, so now they're top decking and they have 3 power. I guess I am at 7 life. I'll trade off Hullbreacher at this point with the zombie. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty easy call. Alright, now we just need to find something to get ahead of this 1/1 Narcomoeba. Alright, Shark Typhoon should do the trick, I hope. I don't think I need Caracas in this matchup. Do I want to put Birds of Paradise into play? Yeah, I guess the size of my shark isn't super important. It's the motion of the ocean. So I have double force. I can reset the combo if I feel like that's something I need to do, though I feel like this shark is just going to be enough. So 1, 2, how big do I want to make it? 1, 2. 2 is enough to challenge the Narcomoeba. Then I still have a bunch of mana left over. Yeah, alright. Yeah, scoop to the 2/2 shark. It's 2/2 good. Okay, so we've seen unmasks now. I think misdirection stock goes way up if I can send an unmask back their way, but that becomes a dredge enabler. Yeah, that's dangerous business there. I am not actually going to engage in that. Um, is Supreme Verdict or Meddling Mage better? Brazen Borrower doesn't do what I wanted to. Shark Typhoon was phenomenal, as usual. Best card in Legacy. I think this is the best deck I can present. Now they know I have Rest in Peace, though, so that gets a little... But they brought in their Chain of Vapors anyway. And Meddling Mage is just a body that I can put into play and offer trades with zombies. Yeah, I think this is what I got. That's pretty good. Let's hope they don't Cabal Therapy on Rest in Peace on turn 1. Uh-oh. Please name Force of Will. Yeah. Dodged. Their next one's going to be pretty good, though. Because now I can Ponder looking for the Force of Will, because they've made it clear they care about Force of Will. So Ponder can look for that. I'm set up for the Rest in Peace on turn 2. I don't think I want any of this. Okay, let's see if they have a second therapy or not, or how far ahead they can get in one turn. I have protection from Unmask. Uh-oh. LED. We haven't seen a Lion's Eye Diamond yet. They're going to break through and pop off here. Yikes. Okay. This would have been the time to draw Force of Will, but I don't have it. Creeping Chill, Creeping Chill. Ah, fuck. They found a Narcomoeba on the last draw. There's a Faithless Looting there too, so... Alright, I've lost this game. Needed to Ponder into Force of Will, and then I would have won easily, but instead, I'm going to lose. How many bridges did they hit, I guess, is the next question. 1, 2, 2 bridges, so they get to shred my hand and make 8 power. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, they get to take double Shark Typhoon, double Rest in Peace. Both of these Cabal Therapies were 2-for-1s. God damn it. Alright, I cannot possibly win this game anymore. Alright. What are you going to do? It came down to a Ponder looking for Force of Will and didn't get there. But their draw was very good. The Cabal Therapy to check into the turn 2 go off. Alright, whatever. Fucking dredge. On the play in the final round, I got lands and Ponders. It's a keep. Swords to Plowshares is like 50-50. Gonna be great, gonna be terrible. I think I'm gonna keep it. Like, there's enough decks in the format with creatures in them that, and this hand's pretty bad against creatures otherwise. Ooh, the new. Is this Kaldheim? Or is this the secret lair with Kaldheim treatment? I can't even tell. I love the Kaldheim snow treatment, though. I'm glad they updated Magic Online to include all of that. Alright, so I'm going to fetch at the end of the turn. I don't want that other land on top of my deck. The fourth land is fine, because this hand does contain Jace and Shark Typhoon, both of which are super mana hungry. Is this the same opponent from round 1? No, because my round 1 opponent was using different snow lands, but this is probably the same deck. Still no respect for counterbalance. Fuck that card. So I'll make a 1/1 shark. Let's embarrass the counterbalance with a 1/1 shark. Alright, 20 turn clock. Good luck. Nice counterbalance. Alright, so do I just put Jace on the stack? Jace gets dazed. I could put Oko on the stack, but Oko gets brainstormed with counterbalance. The deck plays a lot of 3s. Yeah, I'll just pass. I'll make them take the first action. I can hardcast Force of Will next turn. This certainly looks like a Mentor Arcanist. Alright, I'll let it resolve on the front, and then I'll target it with Plow. If they do something to counterbalance the Plow, then I have Oko or Jace I can test the stack with next. Alright, so I can Force of Will this Brainstorm. It depends on how aggro I want to be here. I'm going to get aggro. So they're going to get several looks with counterbalance at a 5 or a 1. Alright, they bricked on the first one. They can fetch to get a second look. Alright, they took their fetch for the second look. Alright, Ponder on top. Guess what? Do I want to Jace or Oko here? I think I want a Jace for the bounce. Because Oko turning this into an elk isn't actually good for me, so. Alright, we know counterbalance isn't going to get this. Let's see if they have a force or a brainstorm. Nope. Get you out of here. I guess I had the shark to chump the elk for a turn, and then Oko would be out of range. Maybe Oko was the better play. If they have just like lightning bolt here, that would kind of be lame. Alright, so they can ponder off the Mentor, start going wide around Jace. So now I'm looking for one of my Supreme Verdicts. There are 2 in the main deck. I think Verdict will stabilize this board pretty solidly. And here I thought I'd have to work for it. Even have another one backed up. So I don't want this Swords to Plowshares, and I'll put this Supreme Verdict on top, just in case, for the future. Like, depending on what they do next turn. But now I can use Jace to manipulate their counterbalance. And I can probably stick Oko next turn. This requires blue mana. Splat. Alright, Arcanist is back. Pithing Needle's back. That's gonna name Jace. Old main deck Pithing Needle. You got me. Alright, I have this second Supreme Verdict on top. Why is this card so hard to cast? Oh, those are all my Supreme Verdicts. And I'm not going to cast this Ponder right now. I think they still knew the top card from this Ponder. Now they're drawing Wild. Another Teferi. Teferi, okay. Alright, got that sweet card advantage engine going. They didn't replay the Astrolabe, and they could have. So that makes me think that they have Brainstorm and they're waiting to set up their counterbalance. Let's see if I'm right. Ponder on top. Alright, that was pretty good. Do they have the Brainstorm to set this up and blow me out? Probably. Alright, wow. That just worked. The trials and tribulations of being a counterbalance. I guess I should have elked the Pithing Needle and then started activating Jace. But maybe I can just do that next turn. Whoops. Yeah, that was definitely a miss. Though pressuring Teferi is something I'm interested in, so maybe elking up my food and attacking Teferi is worth doing while I still can. Though Jace pressures Teferi pretty meaningfully. Alright, now it gets a little more interesting. Narset, huh? So I can if I elk the needle, I can use Jace to plus and see if Narset's going to work. I could also just attack Teferi. I think I just want to attack Teferi. Right now, while they're tapped out, they can't Swords to Plowshares. They're not going to stack their Dreadhorde Arcanist to protect Teferi. They didn't even plus Teferi. They knew he was dead. So I'll test the counterbalance with Brainstorm. It's a good chance they have Force at this point. They didn't even reveal, so they know what's on top, actually. Oh shit, I just fucking misclicked. I meant to, I wanted to cast Swords to Plowshares right now. Whoops. My bad. Alright, whatever. I'll just block the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, I was trying to think how to maximize my mana with Shark Typhoon and Swords to Plowshares, but I was like, oh yeah, I want to make my land drop and then just click the plow on top. Whoops. Yeah, they didn't even reveal for Brainstorm, which makes me think that Plow would have definitely resolved, or they would have had to force it. Savine's Reclamation targeting Mentor. Okay, I mean, I'm not excited about it, but there it is. I should be able to get control of Mentor next turn. So I'm going to let them ponder first before they know there's a shark coming. Yeah, I can just trade my food for Mentor next turn, especially if this block works. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to fetch now because I want both of my top cards. All right, do you have a Plow? You do have a Plow, okay. That's just fine. Gain some life. Oko goes to 6. Do they have another Plow? That would be pretty bad. Well, going for it. All right, it worked. I was not expecting that. Sure, you can counterbalance me. They're brainstorming in response. I'm gonna Plow this Dreadhorde Arcanist in response to that. I guess I should have let the brainstorm resolve because then I would know that there's not a 1 on top. They probably were floating a 1. Yeah, I just fucked that up real bad. I'm playing so poorly. Yeah, and they even had a backup Mentor. Shit. Okay, here we are. So they get to Plow my Mentor. They have an Elk. My Supreme Verdicts are both gone. Yeah, I don't think I can win this game anymore. I had opportunities to do better than I did here. All right, yeah, I'm dead. All right, you got me. They definitely outmaneuvered me there. I just made a series of terrible mistakes. Like the Swords to Plowshare should have resolved on Dreadhorde Arcanist the turn before, and ugh. Okay, shake it off. All right, so Supreme Verdict in. I like probably like Rest in Peace, Savine's Reclamation, and Dreadhorde Arcanist on the block for that. Brazen Borrower is not particularly good in this matchup. And one more thing's gotta go. I think I want the whole combo still here. Jace got the cut last time. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's possible Deafening Silence, splitting that with Rest in Peace, could have some value, like knowing that I'm going to win every counter war and slowing down Mentors and Dreadhorde Arcanist if they want to attack with it. It's the only spell they get for the turn. So that would slow them down a lot, but it would also slow me down a lot. My plan for the most part is to resolve and protect this combo. I'm actually going to switch a Misdirection back in here. Like finding one Rest in Peace, it's not like Dredge where having Rest in Peace immediately is essential. So having one in the deck to dig for the shut down the mid-game engine is probably okay. I'm also thinking right now if having 3 Supreme Verdicts in the deck with 5 mana dorks is the right call. Alright, I'm back in on Misdirection. Just one less mana, dingus. Yeah, like ramping into Supreme Verdict is not really something that you want to do on a deck building level. Alright, turn 2 Oko is a solid thing to do. So they'll have to plow this right now or have Red Blast available on their turn. Hopefully they just cast like Astrolabe or Ponder and pass the turn. I mean, they are a Daze deck also that I should respect a little bit. A Lightning Bolt. Okay, you got me. Turn 2 Oko delayed. Snow-Covered Mountain does not cast Daze though, notably and famously. I'm going to Brainstorm now because I do have Mana Dorks in the deck that I might want to cast right now. Like so. Put back the Shark Typhoons, that's like a later thing. Do I want Basic Forest? Do I respect back to basics? I'll give back to basics a little bit of respect. So I have Hullbreacher and Oko on deck while playing around Daze here. That's not a Dreadhorde Arcanist, therefore I am happy. Drawing Force or Misdirection would be pretty nice. Alright, well there's that. Pass the turn. I'm gonna, even though I want to execute the combo more than I want to resolve Oko, I do want to resolve one of them. So I think challenging the red mana in the end step with Hullbreacher is gonna be a better play than jamming Oko and then next turn trying to jam. Like at least I can double spell in this world. All right, so I bet what they're doing is thinking about what they want to do about this. All right, force pitching Brainstorm, sure. Wish I had the Veil of Summer there, but can't have everything. That tells me they don't have Red Blast, by the way. All right, let's hope there's not a 3 on top because I'm going for Oko. Are you a counterbalance god? Nope. That's good news. So I could elk up Noble Hierarch and start the beats, but they didn't have Red Blast last turn. They're not drawing it this turn. It would have had to come off the Astrolabe if they're going to have it, so I will continue to set up. Force pitching Brainstorm is pretty powerful too. I think that's them being down a Brainstorm on a turn where, or in a game where they have counterbalance in play, that's worth a lot more than it normally is. All right, that's a good Brainstorm though. Let's see if they found the Red Blast. They did. What a world. All right, so is this Dreadhorde Arcanist? Oh, it's the backup counterbalance. All right. I had no intentions of removing the first one, but you got it. All right, some banger right now. Banger off the top. That's a banger. All right, and they just shuffled, so they don't know what's on top. Don't reveal a 3, please. All right, good. They're revealing a card that Narset answers cleanly. I don't mind putting Narset into bolt range. Ooh, Veil of Summer. That's a pretty good one. Is it better than Ponder? Probably not. Yeah, I'll just take Ponder. I can't cast it right now because they have the counterbalance, but let's get in. They have one mystery card left in their hand. Did they find 2 red blasts off that brainstorm? Just sitting on 2 cantrips over there. I'm pretty happy with that. Carpet of Flowers. That's quite a magic card, but Shark Typhoon actually gets this game over with, so I'm going to take that. And I'm not going to attack with Noble Hierarch. Attacking with Noble Hierarch would make my shark smaller, which is basically trading 1 damage now for 1 damage every turn for the rest of the game. And that's not a good investment. I will go for the Force here. I think I'm going to pitch Days Undoing. Alright, they have another 1 on top. Yeah, they're dead. Alright, game 3. Planeswalkers versus Counterbalance. So I don't think I want to bring in Meddling Mages. They just die to everything. And, like, literally every removal spell in their deck. I guess it's kind of, there might be an argument to tax their removal. Like, just put in more things than they can answer. But I don't think that's how I want to play this game. Do I want all 6 forces? Like, I could cut Misdirection for a Brazen Borrower, which is just another flash threat. But the front half of Brazen Borrower isn't very good, is my major problem with that. So I think I'm just going to leave this deck as it is. Just getting 1 important spell through the counterbalances is really what I got to do here. Yeah, I'll keep this Noble Hierarch hand. Are we 5 for 5 so far playing against this deck, and they have turn 2 counterbalance, by the way? I feel like it's pretty close. And I'm fetching Tropical Island. Hierarch. Alright, do they want to plow? Okay, that's fine. I got another one of those. And that's 1 less plow for the Hullbreacher. Also, Basic Plains does not cast Counterbalance. Now I'm lined up here to double spell. I can plow plus Hierarch. Do I want to play around Force of Negation? I don't think I do. Like, I'll take a 2 for 1 if they offer it. You want to daze this? That would be such a spew. Oh my god. I hope they daze it. Alright, they did not daze it. Alright, so I have Force of Will. I don't want to cast it because I want this Ponder. Like, this hand does need to find some action, and Ponder is the card for that. Alright, do they have another Arcanist? That doesn't cast Arcanist. Alright. Alright, now their colors are online, but I can ponder into some action here. Maybe I'll just draw Hullbreacher and arts it off the top, or Oko. Any one of those is fine. Cool thing about this deck that I didn't mention earlier, but I could, is that Oko is a one of, and you could probably just replace it with Jace if Oko gets banned. There's no Uro or Dreadhorde Arcanist in my deck, so I think we're pretty safe from any potential bans. Shark Typhoon I will take. That is the kind of action I was looking for. I have the 4th land on top for the Supreme Verdict. So let's see what they got. They did not shuffle their Ponder. Hopefully they just like play Counterbalance and pass the turn. The old turn 4 Counterbalance. Dreadhorde Arcanist, you got it. So I'll plow this in the end step. Can't force of negation. I'm pretty happy if you force of will. I'll take my 4th land, and then I'm going to make a 2/2 shark in this next end step. Unless they play Monastery Mentor, and then I'll just Supreme Verdict. And then have a shark for the following turn. Alright, right on time, turn 5 counterbalance, just in time to get Shark Typhooned. And there's pretty good chance that their hand at this point is just 2 removal spells, like Pyroblast and some other thing. I'm not going to play around back to basics. If they have it, they have it. But having my mana set up is more important to me. Alright, so I'm going to attack with my Shark. Do they know what their top card is right now? I think they do. So I'll play this so I can hardcast Force of Will. I'll try to get into a situation where they don't know their top card for Narset. Blood Moon, huh? Do I care about that? It's not as bad as Back to Basics. It is bad, though. I don't have another blue source in my deck, so I really hope that this resolves. Uh-oh. I am probably going to lose to Blood Moon. And it's not that I even could have fetched around it, because I don't play a 3rd. So there is basic forest in my deck that can cast Noble Hierarch, and that's how I get this Narset into play. That actually sucks a lot. Let's hope the Shark can just go uncontested for 9 turns. Just played straight into Daze on that one, huh? Alright, I think I'm about to lose. What can I even do now? I can still make Sharks. I need the Forest for Oko. This is uncastable without a Hierarch. I could still Hullbreacher and combo. Alright. Oh, a second Blood Moon? Yeah, okay. I couldn't answer the first one. You got it. So I guess I should continue making land drops, so my Shark Typhoons are as good as they can be. Oh, no play again. There it is. Bottom, bottom. One, two, three, four, five. I can make a 5/5 Shark. Now they're on a 2-turn clock instead of a 6-turn clock. Though if they have a Plow or Red Blast, this is a very easy target for it. Yep, there's the Red Blast. Oh, Red Blast out of the way anyway. Hey, hey, hey! We're in this game. Now if I draw a Mana Dork, I can cast it. That big shark was a nice distraction to keep my small shark chunking. It needs to get in 9 times. It's got 4 of them down. 5-turn clock. There is 1 Shark Typhoon left in the deck. Dreadhorde Arcanist, okay. I'm not going to plow that right now. I'm assuming they're going to float a 1 if they can. Drawing Misdirection was nice. Like I can pitch the Supreme Verdict to Misdirection if I have to. So I'm going to let them draw for turn. And I'll plow now. Brainstorm in response. Alright, that's going to be pretty good. but I think they are likely to cast Pyroblast out of the graveyard or Swords to Plowshares. And we'll see. All right. Let's see if they want to draw cards or answer my Shark first, because there's a chance for a blowout here. Oh, they went for Plow. So let's see. Does their 3 cards in hand answer this? See you later, Dreadhorde Arcanist. That does add a turn to the clock, though, but that was pretty sweet. Keep up the pressure. They have so many good draws in their deck. But I mean, the Shark keeps connecting, so... unfortunately, Astrolabe is a redraw, so there is a chance that they find an answer to Shark here. Shark might even be able to race Mentor at this point, depending on how many spells they can actually deploy, how reactive their hand is. Like if their hand is just 3 counter spells, which I guess it wouldn't be because they would have fought over. Oh, there's Teferi, that sucks. Yeah, Teferi was basically the worst one for me. Yeah, drawing Force the turn after they play Teferi. Bad, bad, bad. So I need Shark Typhoon to deal 7 in one mighty chunk. Now they can play sorceries whenever they want. Alright, this is getting ugly. Alright, please don't have a 1 on top. Alright, I have mana. Maybe. We'll see. They have drawn a bunch of cards lately, but Prismatic Vista doesn't answer Hierarch. Cast sorceries. They did not play the Vista. Oh, interesting. Do I go for Narset or do I just go for the Shark? I think I want to go for Narset because reducing their... bringing down what they're capable of, like, oh, you just had a Mentor on top, you fucking psycho. Alright. Shark's gonna have to do the work next turn. Alright. I tried to limit it down, or whittle down their resources, but they had more things. They had the natural 3 on top. Alright, bouncing Hierarch, spewing their Teferi. That's bold. Wow. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Shark is exactly lethal right now. And I have Force of Will backup because I drew a blue card. Hopefully they just like tap out for a million different cantrips and stuff. Just go absolutely ham on this Mentor. They topped, so they know what their top card is. I guess I do this now. Just at least try to eat the Mentor. Alright, I mean, successful food. It's weird they let me go to blocks before they cast the Brainstorm. Like if they brainstorm B4 blocks, I think that was probably a misclick, because that doesn't make any sense to do. Well, are you dead? Or do you have Teferi? Those are the basically only two options. Ooh, now my shark actually dies to lightning bolt because they got mentor up to 4/4. That's a little bit scary. They chose to shuffle. Alright, well, all in here. They don't know their top card right now. Oh god, they had days. And I just pitched Oko to do that. Maybe I'm just supposed to put Oko into play. I don't know. That sucked all around. Yeah, maybe I was just being greedy and crazy with making a 7. No, but 7/7 is lethal, but with the Hierarch, maybe I'm supposed to use Exalted to get over the finish line. I don't know. Alright, their top card is a 4, but it's also Court of Grace. Alright, I mean, I'll get my Hierarch in. Yeah, I think that was my chance to win the game, and it was just a little too far behind. The blind counterbalance hitting on my Narset was a big deal, obviously. Alright, maybe I can deck them with Court of Grace. Now that they're the Monarch, what plan do I have left at this point? Wow, no attack is bold. I guess protecting the Monarch matters a lot here. That's a pretty good one. It's not going to matter much. So they're going to get a 4/4. Yuck. All right. Well, I'll try to ambush them in the end step with Hullbreacher. I have Veil of Summer to protect it, so the counterbalance would have to have a 1 and a 3. But if I lead on Veil, then counterbalance doesn't counter Breacher. I don't know. We'll see. They're going to have a 4/4 that I have to beat at this point. Teferi. Damn it. All right. Don't have a 1 on top, please. All right. They had a 2 on top. So Veil resolves, which means my spells are going to resolve. And they can't bounce it with Teferi either. And if they have a Swords to Plowshares... Oh shit, this doesn't work? Because it came into play afterwards? I really did think that would work, but... Good thing I drew a blue card off Veil. Alright, they're gonna get this one. Oh, that was a bold attack suddenly. So if I draw Swords to Plowshares, I can take the Monarch. They're feeling pretty confident about... Okay, they got me. Alright, the counterbalances did show up. Blood Moon was good. That game had a chance to go my way and didn't. Never did get close to a combo. So, like I said in the deck tech, this deck is pretty deep on its combo. Misdirection had a couple cool moments, but it was also pretty bad a couple times. So I would probably want to flesh out a backup plan for this deck, like more Okos or some other way to win the game over the misdirections. Shark Typhoon was surprisingly good just as a fair and square magic card. Like I would probably, actually I know what I would do to improve this deck. Misdirection become, are you ready for this? Court of Great Cunning, no surprise there. So Court of Cunning, it's a win con, it's a way to maximize these mana dorks if you're not hull breaching. If you lose the Monarch, you're a Hull Breacher deck, so you can mitigate that another way. You have Supreme Verdicts to protect the Monarch anyway. Brazen Borrower. This, just making that one change, giving you a second, completely different angle of attack. I like that a lot. So that's what I would think. I'm not sure what matchups you want Trinisphere for. I would probably cut that for anything else. Like, I can't imagine where it would be so devastating to them and we don't care. Like, I guess the one place is like if you Hull Breacher, Days Undoing, but no, because the turn ends. I was thinking like if you just draw 7 and immediately cast it when they're Hellbent, but yeah, I would turn Trinisphere into almost anything else. Like, depending on your metagame, could be a Graveyard Hate card, another removal spell, or another Veil of Summer. So I'm actually going to make that change to Veil right now because this is kind of a tap out sort of deck. So Veil of Summer is pretty good on offense. But that is how I would change this deck. I don't think you need 2 Caracas either. I want another basic island. Alright, so now we can cast all of our spells under Blood Moon with the 2 basic islands or under Back to Basics, double blue, double blue, double blue. And not going to run into drawing 2 of the same legendary land. Got removal. Yeah, this looks like a deck I would be much happier with. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the list. It was a lot of fun to play it. Everyone, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.